what we're going to do is start out with showing you the basic components of the Flash workspace and different things that you can do with it, and then we're going to kind of build up on how to do a basic animation in Flash, which will be your assignment for this week. Now this is Flash 8 that I'm using, and Flash CS3 is what's available in the ASU computers. Flash CS4 is the most recent release, and recent is in like the last couple weeks. So if you download a free trial version, it'll be Flash CS4, and that is just sort of different variations of, they've added things, they've changed some things. So whatever I show you here could be slightly different in the various generations of Flash, but you're going to get the basic concepts, which should be the same, and they should be essentially the same concepts from version to version to version. They've been the same ever since I used Flash 5 years ago, and now in Flash 8 it's all still basically the same. So what I'm going to do here is this is our workspace. As you can see, the white square. Up here is our timeline. This is going to show us our frames and how we're basically running our animation. These are our layers. We're going to be using a couple of these for our animation. Then this is our toolbar, and these are basically all the tools you could ever need for Flash, and at least in an animation perspective. And over here is our color bar and our color swatches, and that's basically all you need to know for right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to make a basic character or a face, and we're going to get that face to smile in a very simple way. So it's not going to be a very complex cartoon character, but it's going to be something just simple, and you can kind of see how it's built. So the first thing we do is we change the size of our document, whatever we prefer. Right now I'm just going to stick with 200 by 200 at 12 frames per second. So that means essentially that your animation is going to run 12 pictures or 12 slides, whatever you want to think of it, frames, slides, pictures per second, which is half of the normal cartoon rate and about a little under half of the normal television rate. You'll see it's not going to make a huge difference, but you can go up to 24 if you like. You can go up to 60, 85 frames. Above 24 frames it's not really going to make any difference, but 12 is good for size, and it keeps it relatively small and relatively simple. So just keep that in mind every 12 frames. So every time you get to here in your timeline, oh, I guess I can't do that yet. That's a second of time. Alright, so to make a face, let's just start here. We have our circle. We'll start with an oval tool, and then we want to make it as some sort of a flesh-like color, depending on what type of flesh you have. We're going to change our line to make it a little bit thicker, and let's just draw a circle. Alright, and when you're making a circle, that little circle you see next to the plus, that's telling you that you have a perfect circle. Just so you know, it's a really simple way of getting precision, but heads are not necessarily always perfect. So we're going to kind of shape, manipulate here to get it a little bit more like a head, and you just use the arrow tool right here, and you can kind of just sculpt your face or your shape, whatever you're doing, very gently until it gets to essentially the shape that you're looking for. And let's just leave it at right around there. That looks good. Okay, now if you like that, just select it, hit F8. F8. No, whoops. There we go. Gotta hit the right number. Name your symbol. You're converting this to a symbol, and you want to make sure that it's saved as a graphic. You name it as head, whatever you like. And the reason why you want it to be a symbol, which those will show up over here as you build them, is that the symbols are what give you really quick and simple animation, so that you don't have to do it frame by frame. It's called tweening. Now that we have a head, we can go ahead and lock that up. Actually change our name here so we remember. And then we just add another layer. Let's name this eyes. Now the reason why we're making new layers is that you can animate each layer individually. But if you put everything on one layer and you save it as a symbol, it's going to be essentially one flat symbol. So you wouldn't be able to move the eyes of the head or the nose or the mouth or the hair, whatever you decide to do. It would be completely isolated. So we do this so we can get a little bit of independence in our animation. So now we're going to make some eyes. Let's make them really simple. We'll go white. I'm going to take down the size of the line. So start with one eye. Okay. That's a little bit big for an eye. So we're going to, again, manipulate it just a little bit. Maybe make it a little bit more eye shape. Alright. Then we're going to want a little bit of a, let's just slide it over a little bit. There we go. A little bit of alignment. Then we want two, so we're just going to copy it, then paste it. Which I was just using the same tools up, the same shortcuts up here. Apple V, Apple C, Apple X, all that, the same in any other program. The only problem is that's going to paste it exactly like the other shape, and you may not want that. You may want it to be symmetrical, so you just go to transform here under modify, transform, and then you're going to flip it horizontal. Boom, there it is. Perfectly in line. Maybe not quite. There. Alright. That's good enough. So we like this. These are our eyes. And again, we're going to save these as a symbol. As long as I don't. There we go. Okay. Eyes. Done. Now, the thing is that with eyes, you need to make pupils. So we're going to do that, and pupils are really simple. We go back to our tool. Let's just give him or her, we're not sure what it is yet, just a nice blue eye, and let's get rid of the outline for now. And these are small, so we're going to have to zoom in, go up to here, zoom in as much as you'd like, and you'll see it also retains the density of the picture, so it's not going to get more pixelated, it's actually going to get clearer. And this is a good way for you to be able to know that you're really doing accurate drawings. Alright, so we're going to copy that, do the same thing, oops, arrow tool, and then you can see it kind of helps you self-align it so it's level. That looks perfectly fine for now. Alright, now for simple animation we're going to save them both pupils in one symbol instead of having individual, but you could do individual and that would give you the ability to move the eyes independently. So you'll see as we do this, the more layers you have, the easier it is to make more dynamic animation. Alright, add another layer. I'm going to call this the mouth. And we need to zoom back out so we can see a little bit better. Actually, let's just go halfway. There we are. Alright, so the mouth, I usually use just a black blob, but you can use whatever.